You seen Guardians of the Galaxy 2, right?
2? Yeah, I did, but it was a long time ago.
Remember where it started with the song? Mr. Blue Sky, can you tell us why you had to hide away for so long? Where did we go wrong?
Hide away for so long. This is on
You know a lot of songs.
24 Just Dance.
Just Dance?
Yeah, oh my gosh, it's so good.
Did I show you my brother's collection of Just Dance?
No, you didn't.
I didn't show you? Hold on.
Yeah, you said it was huge though.
Yeah, he's been playing Just Dance since probably since it started.
Oh my god. Even the Nickelodeon one? Jeez.
The specialties.
Wow. That's a lot. Please tell us why. Tell us why.
How many Just Dances did you play?
So long. I played. So we didn't do a lot of Just Dance at my house personally, but like I'd go over to my homeboy's place, and he was really big into Just Dance. He dances casually, anyways. But he would play those all the time. Like every now and then we'd go over and we'd play Just Dance, and he'd just be killing it. And we'd just like doing our own thing, just fucking around. But I played 24. I actually bought that one. And like some older ones, like probably 2013 or something like that.
I wonder, is that the same people who make Dance Dance Revolution?
I don't think so. But I mean, I remember I used to do Just Dance in gym.
Yeah?
Yeah, when Who Let the Dogs Out first came out. Yeah.
What do you mean when it first came out? I don't think you were born when it just
Maybe
came
when
out.
it didn't first come out.
When Just Dance just came out?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
But I was in elementary.
I was barely like 5 when that song came out.
So I was like first or second grade. So I was like 7 or 8. And we were doing Just Dance to those songs.
Okay.
So it was fun.
That does sound like fun. That sounds like the way they do it in the modern day.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the weird, awkward way to start this podcast. The way I like it.
Yes, sir.
My name is Kris, and welcome to Kris Hates Everybody. That's the name of this show because, well, I hate most of you. And I'm joined today by my guest and beloved coworker, William.
Yes, sir.
Say hi, William.
Hello, everybody.
That's how William says hello.
Yo, sometimes.
What were we talking about? Just Dance?
Mm-hmm. But when you said that you hated everybody, there's this chick who just started. She's coming up. She's becoming popular now. She went on American Idol, and she came in with her own song, and I don't know what the name of the song is, but it starts off so weird. It's a whack song. It's not even good at all. But she starts going, and says something about how she had a pet lizard named George, and it made her bored, and she gave it to her mom, and then she starts telling everybody to shut the fuck up. She's like, groceries, shut the fuck up. Mom, shut the fuck up. Everybody needs to shut the fuck up. And that's the whole song. Dinosaurs, shut the fuck up. And the judges, they were like, this girl's a genius. Because she's not going to pass through, but she's damn sure going to become popular because of it.
I guess.
Because now she's got a music video out for it already.
That's dumb.
Yeah, but it's like, it's popular. And it's stupid that it is. But you can't even blame her because, like, it's as stupid of an idea it is, it's kind of genius. Because now for the stupid song that she made that's not good, and she probably knows it's not good, she's probably going to make millions off of it.
See, but, like, I wouldn't say that's genius. I can't define that as genius because it's like... let me turn this up.
Doesn't take actual brain
cells.
cells.
Like, it's only genius because everyone else is so dumb.
Yeah, man, that's a really good way of putting it.
Yeah, that's not genius. It's just the bar
His drafts.
Yeah, abysmal bar.
Mm-hmm.
Still getting the audio together, folks. I don't suck at talking, you suck at listening.
Ooh. Hit him with it. It's not my fault, it's yours.
Am I together? Wouldn't it be nice
if we together? Don't know the words.
Something silly to pass the time till our break. Tell me, which screen can you see best?
The right one.
Right one?
Yes, sir.
I don't like this mount, but cool. Alright, so I got some awful tattoos from Reddit, and I'm going to have Will describe them for you all. You're probably thinking,
oh my gosh.
Wouldn't it be better if we could see the tattoos? You're right. But I don't care. I think it'd be funnier just having Will describe them the best he can. So I think I found like 10 or 11 or some shit like that.
Alright, so there's this chick who's got a chest tattoo of a cracked out pigeon with it almost looks like a third eye. And it's like smoky as well. It's either a third eye or a gem.
I think it's like a raven or a crow.
Oh, that might be, yeah, it might be closer to that, yeah. So it's probably a crow.
But it's like, does it also have like smoke coming off of it?
A smoke or electricity? It's got something.
But it's like right at the, like, how should I put it? Like,
right at the bosom,
it's like
at the top of the.
It's like the crow has titties. It's like it's like the crow has human titties.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That's the way it's spread. That's the way it's like wings is spread.
Yeah, because it's not a full crow. It's just like the head, and as it goes to like the mid chest of the bird, and
the
then
head
so
is
it
like
just
right
goes
at the
into
bottom of the neck, and like they share a chest. This woman and the crow share a chest.
This woman and the crow are one. She is the crow. Oh man, yeah, that's not
exactly flattering piercings as well. That's just too much.
Yeah, no, I mean the cheek ones are and the lip ones are pretty, but like the septum ones are alright.
I don't
like the ones on the
ones.
nose are okay. What was that?
I don't like the lip ones.
Oh yeah, no.
I couldn't. I'm not comfortable kissing metal.
Like I mean, with one is alright. I think, like the one is like probably the like the most like that's acceptable. But like when you get too many,
but not a centered piercing. Put it off to the side. Yeah.
I don't know if it could look good per se with just one off to the side.
I think the nose ones look good like that.
I mean, yeah, the nose ones. But that one kind of makes sense because it's split. You got the the middle of your nose and then you got either side, but the lips. Yeah, but I don't know. It's not the same. If it makes sense, you know what I mean?
I do.
Yeah, and then I think the cheek ones are a little excessive.
Yeah, that's definitely too much.
It's like I don't know if. I mean, some people think it looks good, but I mean, personally, not me. But to each their own.
I guess that's not the worst. What's it called? The septum, the nose.
Yeah,
the ring.
I dig the septum one.
Not in general, but this woman's isn't too bad.
Yeah.
All right, we're moving on to the next one.
All right. The best way I can put the artist fucked up completely, because if the picture on the left is what it was supposed to look like, it turned into like
it's like a crab from like a really high quality pirate map.
Yeah, so on the left side it does, but on the right side it looked like SpongeBob's artist fucking drew a crab, and like he looks like he was supposed to be one of those monsters when they're going to Shell City. You know what I mean? But it's like it's weird. It's got
It looks like Mr. Krabs got taken over by Venom and then immediately stepped on. Just flat.
Yeah, and if him and pearl merge. You know?
It does look like whalish, like the body.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a big bulb.
Or like the that whale from Flapjack. The Misadventures of Flapjack, Bubbles
Bubby.
or whatever. Buppy?
Bubby.
Yeah. That's what it looks. And that, I don't know.
Captain Canoggles.
It almost looks like a roach.
It does look like a roach. It kind of reminds me. Nah, it doesn't. I'm just thinking of the. You ever see the? You ever hear that anime where it's like a bunch of humans send a bunch of astronauts to check up on cockroaches they put on Mars,
No.
and they come back and the Mars are all like Broly from Dragon Ball Z.
What?
You never heard of it?
No,
Dude, and they like massacre the humans. It's like, I don't think it's one of those like tragic ending animes where it's like, no, they just die. Like,
damn.
I don't know that. That's me saying that having seen none of the show. But
Right.
I've seen people talk about it on YouTube with a very hood-like inflection, so I consider myself quite educated.
I have a degree in knowing the unknown.
Yes. I am a professional guesser. But yeah, this crab is not where it's at.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't even look like a crab at this point.
Even like the eyes are just not
Way too
even
big.
attempted to be even. Like,
No.
sure, he's leaned to the right ever so slightly.
Can we also talk about his head shape? Why does he got divots on his neck and head?
He has the skinniest head possible.
It's not only is it a skinny head, but imagine like the back of your head if it concaved on itself, like on both sides of like your spine.
It's like somebody lipo vacuum sucked him, but like at the neck, like at the at where you would kill a Titan in Attack on Titan, like right there, just
and cut chunks out of his head. Yeah, that's interesting. That's what,
yeah, it looks like if Attack on Titan, if somebody tried to kill a Titan but in the wrong direction, like not left to right, up to down, like that's what it looks like.
It looks like, you know, if you're like when someone's malnourished and like their cheeks like indent and they look all like thin, it looks like that happened on the back of his neck.
Just the back of his neck. I mean, he's a relatively skinny guy, but like,
yeah, but like it looks like he isn't malnourished, and like if he turned around he'd look fine. So it's like just his neck. So I don't know. Maybe the tattoo suits him. I don't know.
I would almost argue. I don't know. We don't know how rough this guy is. Maybe
the amount of shading on this thing too, because it's all black. Like it doesn't even have like the accents the original one had. It just the artist was like, that seems too hard. Let me just color the whole thing in.
I mean, the more I'm looking at this picture, the more it's possible this guy is probably has been on drugs or is on drugs. And the more I think about it, this is a full-length back tattoo that he might have done himself.
What? Like with how would that even
for it to look this bad, and like the eyes is what says it to me, because it's like how. If you are looking at his back, if you are one-to-one, like, if you're not this man doing it yourself, how do you mess up that bad?
I don't know, but I don't know. I just can't see you being able to reach certain spots on your back like that. So I have to believe. I don't
think you ever had arms that skinny, so you don't know.
You're right. But I think it might have been like a friend. I don't think it was a professional tattoo.
Probably a friend. Probably
like a friend, or like, hey, oh yeah, I can. Someone who was like, oh yeah, I could so tattoo that on your back. And then as he kept messing up, he's like, hey, can I just do this because I messed up this part? And his friend was like, yeah, fuck it.
I think it was his dealers who did it.
Yeah.
He was just looking for some more money. Then he was like, you know what, you don't have to pay me. Just take the bag and go, man. Nah, man, I'd feel bad if you paid me. You just go home, man.
Just take a 5-minute, go take a smoke break because you're gonna need it.
All right, let's move on from the crab, man.
Oh, no way. Oh my, that would be so controversial right now, because like in downtown Bay City, they were having like doing like all the signs and shit and saying like fuck Trump and shit. But what we're looking at right now is pretty much a tramp stamp of Trump. It's got like swirls and like kind of
like a classic trucker tramp stamp.
Yeah, if you've ever seen
Or not trucker, like a motorcycle chick.
gang,
Yeah.
or yeah, like a chick. But like if you've ever seen
But this isn't it. I don't. But I hope this isn't a chick. This looks like a 58-year-old man.
Oh yeah. But if you've ever seen One Piece,
a little
or
bit.
like a little, like the Arlong pirates.
Nope.
Well, the Arlong pirates, they have a logo, and it kind of looks like, sort of like the type of swirls the accents have around, like on either side of the word Trump, kind of look like they would be a part of that brand.
Trump tramp stamp with Levi jeans and like the
What is it? A duct tape belt? What the hell
Well, I was
is
gonna
that?
say, it's like those the seatbelt buckle belt. Like that's what it looks like to me.
Yeah. Or like it looks like that, and or if like someone just took a couple like strands of duct tape and like, yeah, this will work. But it's like
Remember
tinted duct
those
tape.
kids in high school that just had like artillery of duct tape things they made? The first thing is obvious. It's always the duct tape wallet.
Oh, I've seen that.
Duct tape wallet. Then it's like duct tape belt, duct tape like phone case or some shit like that somehow. Duct tape calculator or wrapping the calculator.
Uh-huh.
I can admit I did that, but I didn't have regular duct tape. I had a
colored?
mustache pattern duct tape.
What? Yo,
Yes.
that's actually kind of cool.
I found it at I found it somewhere weird. I found it
Probably
at like
Dollar Tree or something.
no, it was like a garage sale or like either like a garage sale or like I like stole it from the house of like my grandmother's friend or something like that. I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know. Like way back. Like
That sounds like
anyway,
where it would come from.
it wasn't regular duct tape, so it looked cool. It was very understandable. It was fucking mustaches.
Yeah, I can. You can justify stealing it if it looks really cool, right?
And this was like maybe a year after regular show saying mustache cash stash. Like that was everything. You couldn't go wrong with something with a mustache.
Definitely not. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so not much to this. It's just
Trump tramp stamp.
tastefully trashy. Next.
What the hell am I looking at? Groomer? What the hell? It looks like you're neutering something. What is that? Wait.
It's a paw.
Okay. All right. So we're looking at a cursive word. It's groomer, but the O's in groomer are part of the scissors, but also like the top two toes of a paw, and then the other two like toes are on the outside of the scissors, and then the scissors are splitting up those toes for the meat of the paw, the middle of the palm, and it looks like it's cutting it off and or neutering a dog right there. It does. Like, I mean, look at that.
Yeah. It just really caught my eye.
Yeah, you have to have some sort of confidence to go around wearing that thing.
But also like a level of creativity that most people don't have. I couldn't like
Right.
imagine this tattoo. You'd have to show it to me. Like like I'm sure most of the people right now don't quite have a good picture of what you just said. But
Yeah.
that was a good description though.
Yeah.
It's just you can't see
You
it
can't
till
really
you see
fully
it.
grasp it until unless you're looking at it.
Props to them for coming up with this tattoo.
Yeah. Props. Yeah, props to the artist, because this is probably the best it can probably look. Because if someone gave me a description like that, I don't even think I'd be able to pull it off.
I'm just mad it says groomer. I wonder how old this one is. I don't feel like getting into that, but
It's.
I want to believe it's from like 6 months ago.
That's recent. This was yesterday.
Moving on. Oh, this one's nice.
What? Oh my gosh. What? It's different logos that just happen to spell out.
Wait. No. It says, say the logos.
I don't know those logos personally.
Okay. I definitely don't know the A. Okay, we'll start with we got
There's-
famous footwear. Isn't it called famous footwear?
I don't know. You know better than me.
I know it was called Famous, and it was like a substantial skate clothes brand when I was in like middle school.
Or I think I know exactly what you're talking about. I think I might have had some.
It's just called Famous.
Is it Famous?
I swear. I used to draw that in like the sides of tests and like notebooks and shit all the time.
Oh,
That F, the F with the star, whatever the hell it's from. Anyway, right. I don't know what this
All-Star?
The second letter?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like a A. It's like a lowercase A. That's I guess the right half of it is the right half of a star.
Yeah. Like you got the top right and bottom right points of the star connected to the right side of an A.
And then
what is that? GMC? No.
Gucci.
That's Gucci?
Pretty sure it's Gucci.
I believe that.
So Gucci, like the 2G Gucci.
I'm not bougie enough to have Gucci.
I don't know. I think that's good. I could be wrong. I hope I'm not wrong. Not like anybody's listening. Not like I'll get corrected. If I'm wrong, please come at me in any shape, way, and form.
Yeah, then the next one would be pretty hard to get wrong.
Yeah.
It's Oakley.
So we got an F, an A, a two G's.
Yeah.
O for Oakley, and I don't know what this T is from. It's just a
T.
It looks kind of similar to the font of the F in Famous. I guess it's kind of curved like it too.
Cause well, isn't there a brand called Fallout?
I wouldn't know.
I don't know. I was young if I did get this, but yeah, that's It's definitely this person made the choice to get this tattoo.
So if you can't tell, ladies and gentlemen, this tattoo spells out straight man.
What?
No, it spells out faggot. With like in a creatively trashy way.
Yeah, this is definitely whoever has this is definitely probably redneck.
It's one of those ones they really want people to stare at their leg. Like they're perfectly fine with people staring at. I think it's a leg. I say it's a leg.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, it's probably like a quad.
Because those look like khakis to me.
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm. A very white leg.
Well, yeah, this is someone who's like, they're just fine with however long it takes you to figure out their tattoo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bravo, sir, bravo, madam, sir. Oh, this one's tight.
What the hell am I looking at? Now, is that a female or a male?
That's a guy. Pretty sure it's a guy.
Are you sure?
Very sure.
Okay. So, it's a very skinny, possibly male, who's got a tattoo on either nipple. One of them is Brian Griffin.
From the famous show Family Guy.
Yeah, smoking
a cigarette.
Is his nipple his junk or a belly button?
That is, yeah, it's supposed to be his penis.
Okay, so it's the nipple is right at where his junk is, and then on the other nipple, you have Stewie, naked, eyes closed, hands like going behind his back.
Well, they're not closed. They're just like at half moon.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
From my perspective, for a second, it did look closed.
You are a little distance from the screen.
Yeah, so he's like looking left, hands behind his neck. You know, like you have your hands up and
laid
stuff.
Back, like, hey, baby.
Yeah. And then the other nipple is his junk.
Yes, this man's nipples are the penises of Brian and Stewie, to give it a nice and sterile explanation of the content.
It's definitely a choice. It honestly probably would have been better if you had Peter Griffin, because you remember the episode when they were like, all right, we're gonna measure again tonight, but I get to decide where the base is. Yeah. So that would have, I don't know, I think that would have been a little bit better.
Peter would have been a better choice. I would have put Peter where Stewie is.
Yeah, that would have been a better choice in my opinion. But It's still. I don't think it ever. I don't think personally. I don't think it should ever have been a choice. But
I would say it shouldn't have been an option. Like whoever did this tattoo artist, if I was this artist, I'd have been like, "Yeah,
are you sure?
I'm gonna need an extra $100 just because I'm not gonna like. I'm gonna like myself a little less after this, so I'm gonna need some remuneration." All right, moving on.
What? Okay. So, you know how some people will get like tattoos on their knuckles to spell out words? Well, this person got hands tattooed in, like the knuckles of hands tattooed on them. But rather than putting the word across all fingers, they have one hand with 3 fingers that says bad, and then has the other hand have an excessive amount of fingers that spells out choices.
7
1,
fingers.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So rather than spreading bad choices across both fists and putting them together, they have both fists put together, but one has 3 fingers and the other one has 7, and it spells bad choices. This person has a very low IQ. Cause I don't know, they probably didn't think it would have looked good or could fit bad choices on both hands.
I don't think it's stupid. I think it's perfectly troll. Like I think they get you to believe they are that stupid.
Okay, that makes
like,
you
know what I'm saying? Like that's absurdly stupid. No one is actually.
It's a depiction of a bad choice.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah, like that is absurdly dumb. Like that's the troll. That's why like.
Yeah, and you can tell like possibly the artist didn't necessarily know, because like you can't tell how to draw extra knuckles when you don't see someone who has 7 fingers. Right. So they just kind of made each knuckle kind of monotone in the same length. So just like, I don't know, it just looks quite off.
I even noticed there's a little blood on the knuckles.
Yeah.
Nice touch.
A little detail. Attention to detail.
All right, moving on.
All right, so this person watched Adult Swim. So, on they have a tattoo on the inside of their lip.
Kind of like if you've seen Black Panther, where they all like the royal people have that like glowy, sparkly tattoo on the inside of their mouth, and they all show it and Jadaka and all that shit. All that shit. Right there, right in that area. Go ahead, Will.
Yeah, it says I think it's supposed to say eat ass, but the ink is like coming out in multiple points of the tattoo, and so like the E is like faded, and then there's only one S on ass, so it looks like eat and then like Adult Swim but without the brackets.
It honestly, I have a new reason for liking it. Like it's funny that it says eat ass, but. I didn't notice the fading at first, so it could also look like it says fat ass.
That's what I thought it said at first until I saw the bottom of it, of the E. But yeah.
Fat ass or fat as that guy. I don't know.
E as something. Eat as if it's a fat ass.
I mean, we don't know what's on the outside of his lip.
Oh, you know what? You're right. Oh, yeah, maybe he's got like a double tattoo.
I don't know.
Probably not, but like, I mean, that'd be kind of cool. It's like not finished, and he's like, oh, here, let me finish it real quick. And he pulls down his lip.
It's definitely a guy you want to hire.
So maybe on the front, he's got smoked grass, and then he pulls down his lip and eat ass,
This part of my lips for smoking grass. This part's for eating ass.
Damn straight. That's goals right there.
Smoke grass, eat ass,
slap
mustache.
There's a video where this guy who's like, he's in a canoe and he's going down an escalator. He's about to, and the security comes over and like starts talking to him. He goes, "Well, just remember, guys, eat ass, smoke grass, sled fast," and he just goes down and he fucking books it.
Oh my god! All right, got a few more left.
What?
Go ahead, try your best.
All right. So, imagine if you have the head of Bugs Bunny for the ears, and then Garfield Cat for the whole rest of the head, on top of a muscular man, but like in the olden days where like you only really have cloth for pants, but like it's just like the underwear portion of the cloth. And then the rest is just like a chiseled man with his hands going above his head like the Stewie was, but on a cross. So it's like and there's a bow tie on him as well. So you got Bugs Bunny, Garfield, muscular man, stripper.
So it's like a Playboy bunny.
Yeah, Playboy. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, on a cross. And they really paid attention to those muscle details.
I'd say the feet look fucked up, but and the knees.
Yeah, they do. I don't know. It kind of looks like the fucking the ooh thing, and like where people are like doing this and they have their knees together. They're pointing their fingers together, knees. Kind of looks like the knees are kind of doing that, and the feet are kind of pointed in almost.
Senpai,
notice me.
So yeah, that, and I guess one more thing I kind of want to add, like the paper looks like a scroll.
It does look like old paper.
Like this looks like I feel like this image is actually like 300 years old.
You also notice like the biceps, like the arms are not proportionate either. They're not the same size.
No,
like the right one has like a dip on the tricep.
It looks like how I drew Dragon Ball Z characters in middle school.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's interesting.
All right, moving on.
Damn, that's actually kind of sick.
If you can't read that, I'll read it.
It says great piece. It's like, it looks like a certificate, when you get one of those. And it says great piece of ass certified. After extensive and careful research, this certificate has been awarded to a great piece of ass. And then it gets to some smaller handwriting that I cannot read.
Okay, I got you. In recognition of your ability to pitch tents, wake up the one-eyed monster, turn heads, cause minor traffic accidents, and make people drool in public, the bearer is hereby certified a great piece of ass.
Damn, that's actually a good tattoo, though.
Yeah, that goes hard as hell.
So, and then, like, there's a stamp. There's a stamp.
Yeah,
and then, like, like one of those, like, not filament, but, like, if it was, like, plastic, like, stars, how they have in, like, kind of the corner of a certificate. Mm-mm. That is, like, a peach. Like, when people are talking about an ass, it's a peach.
I know what you're talking
but it's got legs.
Yeah.
It looks like a nice ass.
It's like a little ass with like the leaf from a peach on top of it.
Yeah. No, that's actually a good, and it's signed by the Ass Man.
Yes. Do you might be a little too young. Do you know who the Ass Man is?
No, I don't.
It's Cosmo Kramer from Seinfeld.
I know of Seinfeld. I didn't watch it.
You know who Kramer is?
I've heard of him.
He's the guy who lives across the hall from Jerry, and he always comes in like, Jerry, I got an idea. Stupid shit like that. You don't remember?
No, I've never watched it. No.
There's an episode where he was going to like the DMV to get. Yeah, he was getting like a vanity plate that said Cosmo, because that's his name, Cosmo Kramer.
Right.
And yeah, they had like a mix-up where he got the vanity plate of a proctologist. You know what a proctologist is, right?
Big word. But it's a doctor or something.
It is a doctor of essentially anal health.
Oh, okay.
And the plate that Cosmo received said Ass Man. So he was walking, going around town. People were like flagging him down and be like, "Hey, that's the Ass Man. Get him. That's the Ass Man." He's like, "Oh, everywhere I go, people are calling me the Ass Man."
But damn, yeah, I actually kind of really like that tattoo.
He's also like very famously like one of the first people to say the N-word like on
TV.
Yeah, like hard R.
Shit.
Oh yeah, that's probably what he's more famous for. Now that I'm thinking about it.
You remember the South Park episode where they first swore on TV, and like, oh, you got a little shit on your face right there, and that was a big moment.
No, it wasn't the first time. It was they reached a record. They swore 300 times in one episode of TV.
Really?
Yeah. I swear, I think it was 300. I could have
swore it was like the first time they ever swore on TV, and it was like just a little clip.
That couldn't have been the first time they swore on TV. South Park?
No, not on South Park. In the episode of South Park, in the South Park world, they were, the show was gonna swear for the first time. Like in the show, there was a show
uncensored. Like
what
do you mean? So
South Park, the episode.
Well, this would be a Comedy Central thing. So this would be like Comedy Central's first time not censoring something?
No. In the show South Park, there's a show.
Uh-huh.
So, like, in South Park, they're finally airing, like, someone swearing uncensored on TV. Not South Park itself, but the show in South Park. And so everyone was trying to watch it. And then on the show, you don't see the show. You just hear them go, oh, you got a little shit on your face. And that was, like, the big moment of them swearing on TV for the first time in South Park.
I do kind of remember. I do remember that moment. It was like, oh, you got a little shit on your face.
Got a little shit on your face, yeah.
I can't remember none of the rest of the episode, though.
I can't either. But, yeah, so it was on the TV in South Park.
Okay.
They were watching, and it was the first time they were sworn on TV in the show. In the show, on the show South Park.
Interesting. I'm assuming it was like Terrence and Phillip.
No, because that's the Canadians, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was not. It was like a regular TV show.
Okay.
Because then they would sound more like obnoxious, like, "Oh, you got some shit on your face."
You got some shit on your face, Terrence.
And then they would have farted and started laughing and shit.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Great piece of ass.
I kind of hope it kind of looks like it's on like the back. You can almost see some side boob, I think. Or unless I'm incorrect. You know what I'm talking about? What is that?
I want to say
that's a spine.
Yes.
And so like, yeah, right at the top corner of the certificate, that's almost some side boob, right?
See, here's the thing. I want to believe they would get this in a way that would like orient correctly. Like if they were standing.
Yeah, like it would be close to their ass. Right or no?
I'm just looking at like the text. I'm gonna assume that the person is going this way.
But that's their spine, isn't it?
Yeah. So then it'd be like side. It'd be on the side of their back, kind of.
Yeah, like slanted. So not like. I don't know, man.
My only other guess is that this is the spine.
Mm-hmm.
This is their side. Like maybe that's side boob. And maybe. When they were thinner, the tattoo was like up here. And now
but they don't look fat in it. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, you can still see.
Not much I can do here.
Yeah. But you can still, like, see their spine. It doesn't look like. Because you know what a fat back looks like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not you personally, but, like, you know what. Like, it doesn't look. I don't know. I feel like there would be more stretch marks on it if they were bigger.
See, I would like to...
Big enough for it to move.
I'd like to interject because there is a bit of... it's possible to get misguided here because as a larger man myself, I feel like I know what you're saying. Like, usually fat is in the same umbrella as, like, unhealthy, and unhealthy usually has, like, a lower quality to, like, skin texture.
Yeah.
This person has very nice skin. May not be able to see through this black shirt, but I too have very nice skin. For being a larger man. He's rubbing his hands and licking his lips, folks.
I mean...
we may have to end this podcast early. But yeah, see, it's possible. It is possible that this person is fat, but they just take good care of their skin.
That's true. It's a possibility.
There might be, I don't know, great piece of ass. That's all I gotta say.
Great piece of ass. What the hell is this? All right, it kind of looks like, so it's a diamond. The outline of the tattoo is a diamond, and it's like a portal, and it's looking into this like picture. So there's like a male and a female. Almost kind of looks like, is that Hunger Games?
Yes. I was gonna say, how do you not?
Okay, so it's PETA and Katniss.
Cat piss never clean.
Yeah. What? Catnip Everclear. Next to each other, and getting a call, but I don't need to answer it. And like in the middle, like right at the bottom of the diamond, there's the berries that she ate. Well, they were going to eat, and then behind them is like fire. It's a good Muriel, I guess.
I think so. Wait, were the berries like poisonous?
Yeah.
Oh.
And if they ate them, they would have both died, and that's what they were doing.
I think this picture is saying that this is an alternate universe where they ate the berries and went to hell. That's what it looks like to
you
me.
think so? Well, I mean, like there was shit going on behind them too, but like they adjusted it to where it was dark and then they made it light. So I mean, it might be different, but like I don't know, it might just be like a depiction of all the shit they went through as well. But no, I like that idea of it. What the hell?
It's an alternate universe, Hunger Games.
Yeah, it is.
Where this is the only way to win.
Death. Death is our escape.
So, we're at 40 minutes, and I was trying to go for 30. So we're gonna take a break. When we come back, some anime type shit.
Yes, sir.
How do I pause? And we're back.
All right.
Okay. So, what were we doing? Yeah, the tattoos thing. That was fun.
Mm-hmm. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Especially because I'm thinking about getting some tattoos myself.
Well, now you have plenty of inspiration.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm definitely gonna get the Trump tramp stamp.
Oh, I thought you were gonna get the crab demon full back.
Oh
tattoo.
no, actually, I think I might get Stewie and Brian on my nipples. You know? I think that one might be.
I think
might be
if
plan.
we're being genuine here, the only tattoo you're allowed to get is a certified piece of ass.
Much appreciated. But I have a couple ideas. I have planned for at least 2 or 3,
Okay.
possibly a 4th.
I've always wanted to get a tattoo of the Lucky Charms guy on my inner thigh,
Oh, I thought you were
pointing
gonna say-
up at my junk, and he's saying magically,
Magically delicious. Damn,
Yeah.
that'd be sick as fuck.
Yep. Okay, so back to the bracket. This bracket I started with Joe. Joe's been on the podcast previously. He wasn't available today. Today's Easter, everyone.
Happy Easter.
Just to give you an idea of how behind this is probably coming out. So yeah, the anime bracket. On the female side, I've taken some liberties. Because what couldn't I... Yeah, I was having a hard time finding Ghost in a Shell and Blood Sea. But Will didn't have any problem watching it because he's
I pirated
a criminal.
I get that shit for free.
You're a criminal, you should be arrested and killed.
Well, it was a good show, so worth.
It's despicable what you're doing to these artists. They work very hard on the art, and they put it into the... God. I think I have a decent Trump impression, just not... I didn't have good content to throw it on.
It's going to be huge. see my African-American over there?
We're going to have the best anime bracket of all brackets. It's going to be beautiful.
It's
going to be like you've never seen anything like it before.
You should get that tramp stamp.
The Trump stamp. The Trump stamp.
The Trump stamp.
Donald Trump. Okay, so on the female side, I originally had Kill la Kill going up against Ghost in the Shell. Well, I couldn't find Ghost in the Shell in a financially feasible capacity. So that got switched with Uzumaki. And the way I was looking at it, Uzumaki only had 4 episodes. I was only going to do 1 at a time for the rounds, for that show in particular. And with what I seen from the first episode, content, or I guess not content wise, but like just information wise. I'm still really confused in Uzumaki, whereas Kill la Kill, I'm like, I get it. I see what's going on. I know where this is going. Oh yeah, you've seen Kill la Kill, Will. Tell us about Kill la Kill. What's the general vibe?
It's been a long
without spoiling
time,
past the first 2 episodes.
I don't think it really spoils past the first 2. I mean, it's pretty. You can see it on the front cover of like as you're just looking at it. Pretty much this like suit has a personality.
Well, but I'm gonna. Why does she even have a suit?
That's a great question. I watched it back in middle school, and all I remember is skinny suit, big titties. That's all I remember about this show.
That is, I'm not gonna say that's important, but that is a
it's
plus.
Kind of
that's a great feature of the show. But like, I think what's the wildest concept about this show is that this like state is ran by a high school on like a military level. Because that's what it is. It's military. It's like sci-fi military gear, that suit.
Yeah, you're right.
And all the students have, well, not all the students, but like the higher tier students have them too. It's like they're like Iron Man suits. Or not the same
Yeah,
kind
but this
of
suit in particular is special for some reason. I can't remember why.
It's kind of like the suits in Kaiju number 8. You ever seen Kaiju number 8?
Yeah, I watched it.
Where it's like it grants power, but based on potential. So like if you kind of raise, if the better you become with it, the better you can be. Like the more power it'll grant you, kind of thing. At least that's what I've been able to gather from the first 2 episodes. Yeah, it is. That was the thing that was blowing my mind, because it's like, yeah, it's funny. There's some outrageous and like obnoxious comedy and things going on, but I'm just like, yo. How is the general population being ran by a high school? Yeah. Like the student council had like the mayor in check. Like the mayor was like, "Oh, we'd better let them do what they want." Like, yo,
don't mess with the prodigy, homie.
What fucking place runs like this?
Yeah, you're right. Shit.
But yeah, she gets like I don't know, it's like some alternate suit. It's like a suit that's not like everyone else's at the school. It's like designed to be the counter to those suits or something like that.
Designed to be sexy.
Oh yeah, her weapon is... It's interesting because I'm also not in the bracket, but I'm watching Scissor 7. You ever heard of that?
No, I haven't.
It's an interesting show on Netflix. It's not that interesting. It's just really funny.
Oh, yeah?
This is where I'm at. I just started season 2. And there's like 4 seasons. Well, like once you see how ridiculous the show is, you're gonna be like, "How is there 4 seasons of this?" Like, anyway, yeah, Circle 7. He's basically like Magneto, but to a very particular set of scissors.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just think it's funny that the lady in Kill la Kill, her main weapon is a pair of scissors. It's half. It's one half of the scissors.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess she's all pissed because, like, the main student council chick potentially has the other half.
Mm-hmm.
At least from where I'm at in the second episode. So, yeah, that's interesting. Uzumaki, on the other hand, not that it's bad. Personally, I'm very interested. It's just, like... Honestly, I think a part of me just wanted to finish the show on my own and like not even like wait it out in bracket format. But it's psychological horror or whatever it said in the description. Like, it's literally a small town in, I don't know, somewhere Asia direction, that just gets infested and haunted by spirals. Like, this may be ever so slight exaggeration, but I don't think there's a frame of that show that doesn't have a spiral in it, at least somewhere in like, the background. And it's weird because like you see it in like the brick pattern, or like anytime there's like, little small streams that are like just alongside neighborhoods in Japan. I guess that's more of a thing there.
Oh, but yeah, like, so it kind of looks like whirlpools or something.
Yeah, there'll be whirlpool. That's the part that would freak me out, because I just be like, why is that happening? I'd be like, we're all leaving. Like, there's no way. And then you'll get people that are obsessed. Like, they become, I guess, in a positive way, obsessed. There are people who are like, get spirals away from me. Then there are people that are like, the spirals, they'll save us all. My soul is a spiral. Like, they found a guy who had contorted his body. Imagine, like, something like a surface area a little smaller than the table there. Mm-hmm. But he had contorted his body into a spiral, it was like a chest like that. It was like a circle-sized chest that he contorted his body into. It was crazy. Weird shit like that. And the main cover of the show is the girl who's like her head is turning into a spiral.
Yeah.
And like the part that really got me was started off as a little scar, then it got bigger and like more spin design look to it. And it got to the point where she was wearing this hat, and then the main chick caught up to her, and she took it off, and like you could see the spiral spinning like in her forehead, and then like just that for dramatic effect, after she took the hat off, you just kind of see one of her eyeballs just like toilet bowl into the spiral, just
what? Oh, that's wild. Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, that shit was crazy. Oh, yeah, Uzumaki's an interesting show.
I'll have to give that a watch. Because, like I said, I had this guy at the gym, he was talking to me about it. And said he was saying he was all hyped about it because he read it. And he was looking forward to seeing it when it came out. And he sent it to me a while back, and I completely forgot about it. But, yeah, from what he showed me and what I've seen, like, little bits and pieces, it looks really interesting.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch it again. It's one of those ones where, like, how creepy can it be? And then you're like, no.
Not the spirals, no.
So yeah, that's what happened there. Fuck Ghost in the Shell. But yeah, I gave that one to Kill La Kill. And I was supposed to have a winner for Soul Eater and Blood Sea.
Yep.
Which Will manage to watch because he's a dirty internet boy.
I would have
tell us about Blood Sea. Tell us what we missed out on.
So Blood Sea is kind of like, so you have the main character is kind of like one of those shrine maidens type thing, and her family kind of runs like the shrine area or whatever, and her dad has like a special role as like the leader of their place of living. And she casually goes about living like a normal life in high school, but like then during the nighttime she goes out and takes this sacred blade and fights off these like demon looking things. They each have like different types of shapes. Like the first one looks like those not quite Buddha statues, but like in China, where they're kind of straight faced and look like just people if like they were turned to stone, but like have a very monotone face and they're just kind of standing there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, actually. Yeah.
It looks like that.
Like you would see like two of them beside like a walkway.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
And it kind of looks like that, and it just kind of she walks up to it and it just starts kind of slightly shaking. And then it starts like floating at her really fast, and then she's like it's got high defense, and she's taking this blade, and the blade's not even scratching it, and then it just turns into like it morphs and has like praying mantis scythe arms, and like starts going at her. And with each fight that she's currently done, like she's almost losing, and it's not necessarily that she's like superhuman, but also at the same time she is, because as she's fighting, like the more intense the fight gets, her eyes will change. And in the beginning of the show, it was talking about something about vampires. And so a hypothesis of mine is that either the whole family or like she is like a half vampire or they're full vampires, and they're just like during certain times.
It's always popular for protagonists in anime to be half something.
So like as she's fighting gets more intense, her eyes change into like the cat eye blood red, and then she always comes up on top. And like the second thing that she ends up fighting was like this flower monster that was like coming at her from the ground, and she's doing all this to protect her little village that she's in, because it's kind of like not necessarily a rundown village, but it's very unpopulated, and she just fights them off to protect her village every night so far, while trying to keep a normal life at school. And like it'll have like these weird or like interesting little bits where she's
do
like
they give her
singing
recognition? Do they know that she's like the
They
protector?
have no idea. To my knowledge,
is she keeping the secret, or it just is a secret, or just unknown?
I think it's just unknown. Like, because there's this guy in the same class as her that's kind of mysterious, and like they'll have like awkward exchanges. Like there was one time they were having lunch, and she walks up, she saw him, and she probably has a crush on him or something. But she runs up and is like, "Oh, have you eaten during lunch?" He goes, "No, not hungry or whatever." And she goes, "You should eat." And then she's like, "Try this," and like holds some food for him. And he said at first he says no, and then she's just kind of looking at him, and then he finally takes it, eats it. And then he noticed like a Band-Aid that was on her face, and it kind of like, you know when someone like grabs the side of your head, not quite like they're about to kiss you, but like as like a endearing. Kind of looked like he was doing that, but it was just kind of moved the hair out of her face. And he goes, "Oh, I kind of hope that heals up well," and then just kind of leaves it at that. So they notice like that she'll have maybe some cuts and bruises, but nothing to where they're like too
You're her.
worried. Yeah, like what are you doing after school? But like in the beginning, like throughout the whole.
So it's not so much she's keeping a secret. There's just not a lot of social activity.
Hints. Yeah, but like also during the even the opening of the show, it shows like she's super clumsy, so that it's not abnormal for her to have like scrapes and stuff, because she'll like fall and hit her face and stuff like that on the ground because she's super clumsy.
She's just the last person people would expect.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, this makes sense that she has cuts and bruises because she's always falling. She's clumsy as hell, you know. But like when she's fighting, it's all seriousness. She doesn't make a lot of mistakes and shows a lot of professionalism. And like during sports and stuff, she also shows that she's super athletic and really good at sports. But it's like everyone else is like, "Man, you're really good at this." And it's like, "Oh, I've always been good at sports." But it was really interesting. I enjoyed the first couple episodes.
Well, I'm glad I gave you something to enjoy, but it's not in the bracket anymore.
Not there anymore. Hey, but I mean, Soul Eater still is.
Soul Eater was nice. I
like the different perspectives per episode so far.
Yeah, for only being 2 episodes deep, I get. I don't think this is how the whole show is going to be. Obviously,
no, I don't think so either.
I like the idea of this because it's. Yeah, it was a complete switch up of character for the second episode, but when I was watching it, I was a little distracted towards the end of the first episode. So
yeah,
when the announcer, what was the guy's name? Jet or something like that? What's the short guy's name?
Oh,
Black Star.
Oh yeah, Black Star.
When the announcer in the end of episode 1 is like, "Black Star, a hitman from blah 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 blah." Yeah, I didn't hear the prologue part. So, like, he just started going off about this Black Star guy. And I'm like, oh, is she about to fight him or something like that? And then the episode ended. And then it started with the Black Star kid. And I'm like, wait.
First rule of being an assassin, hide your presence. Second rule, get your target before they notice you. And then he jumps in and is like, "What's up, everybody? Yeah. I'm going to fight you."
There's like 4 poses in the middle of the dinner table and shit.
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, that was a success. Huge entrance and everything." And then the weapon that he has is like, you failed. We failed the mission. We don't even have one soul.
That is interesting. So yeah, I'll let's get into like the basic idea of what's it called, Soul Eater.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Grim Reaper himself has a
death.
Has, I guess, like, it's a school.
Yes, he started a school.
A school for, I guess, just more Grim Reapers.
I don't know if they're Grim Reapers themselves. They're just, right now it's pretty much just kids. I'm not sure if there's so with the first 2 episodes, like all I'm seeing is like it's a school, but like you don't see a lot of adults. so far.
So maybe it's like he just started this school.
But at the same, I don't know, because her dad, in the first episode, her dad is one of the death sites.
Doesn't mean he's a student though.
That's true.
From what I've been able to gather, I think how it works is he has, I guess, selected people. I don't know, there's a lot of interesting things about, because there are people,
a lot of left out information.
I don't know how the students are selected or picked or become, but it's like people that if they complete tasks, he will grant them more of his power. That's what it seems like to me. And for some reason, I'm assuming that it's like a bloodline kind of thing. Like, he's just chosen some people to have the ability to become scythes or like be a weapon.
Yeah, so like, because it doesn't seem like the person themselves get any extra power. It just seems like the people, the weapons that eat the souls.
Yes.
Yeah, so like it's more of the weapons are strong. I mean, the people themselves are strong, but that's because of like training and stuff.
Yeah, nothing extra.
They're not special in their own sense, but the weapons are, and especially it was something else when they had in the very beginning the main character and her weapon were so close to being a death scythe, because you in the show you need 50 something souls, like bad evil souls.
You need 100 normal souls and
100.
1 witch soul.
Yeah, 100 like evil souls and 1 or 99 and then 1.
Yeah.
99 evil souls, or they have a specific name for them. When they get evil
like
enough, like when they have a certain amount of souls or whatever, and but you need 99 of them and then 1 witch soul. And then they had the 99 and they were going for the witch soul. But, like, if you fail to get the witch soul in your attempt, you lose all of them. You lose all the souls. You have to start over. That sort of doesn't really make sense to me.
Right.
But, you know, I mean, we're only 2 episodes in. But,
I thought it was kind of funny. I kind of like when the magic in a show is not straightforward.
It's like whack.
Well, yeah, I liked how they beat her or whatever, and then the part where she's just like, I never said I was a witch. I'm just an obscenely magical cat.
Yeah, that was interesting. I also like in both episodes, it somehow managed to have a female of some sort taking a bath. Or like in the bath, like so, like in the second one where he's like, all right, first rule, like after he already messed up, he's like, all right, and the weapon was like, oh, you're not really that good of an assassin because you're making such a grand entrance. He's like, I'll show her. Rule number 1 of being an assassin: hide your presence. Rule number 2: strike your enemy before they notice you. And then he climbs up the wall or whatever, and he's always looking at her as she's taking a bath, and he goes, ah! like he wasn't expecting it, but both times it happens to be as she's taking a bath.
Okay, I have never understood that trope in like anime and manga of like, you see a girl naked, that somehow makes you have to scream and your nose bleeds.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's never happened in the history of humanity. I don't think that reaction has ever been had.
So like, for example, me, right? If I get flustered or embarrassed, my face gets all super red and like hot. So I think it's like an super exaggeration of that. So like you'll see like when that type of stuff happens, in some instances, before their nose starts bleeding, it'll like start rising up. The red will start rising up, get bright red, and like sound like a teapot. And like they start steaming, so they get warm and red. Yeah. And then it busts, like their nose bursts with blood. So I think it's like just a super exaggeration of that.
I guess I can't. It's hard for me to relate to that literally because I'm black. Like I don't blush.
You know, my face is always red. I think I have rosacea.
Like,
But like, yeah.
I've had plenty of like white friends that are like, and then I started to blush, and then or they'll be like, oh shit, am I blushing? Or like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I've never had to think of that.
I get a triangle of white, so as my face is red, you'll see from my nose, you'll see a whole triangle go around my mouth of just white, and then everything else is red, and it sucks. Richie will at work. Richie will just be on me about how my face is red. He's like, bro, whenever you're over here, you're always blushing at me. I'm like, no, I'm not, Richie. I promise. But yeah, no, it's.
I'm not blushing over you. I already hit that.
What? But yeah, no, I think that's kind of what it is. But like, yeah, it's interesting. I can't really blame that first guy though. Even if he did want to switch sides.
Oh, that was kind of clever.
It was genius. But I don't think I could really blame a brother. He goes, why wouldn't I want to leave a flat-chested person like you?
I thought it was funny when he called her flat-chested the first time, and her dad was like pressing the screen of the magical window.
Yeah, coming at her. But he's like a total hypocrite.
I know. The dad, honestly, I think the dad's my favorite character so far.
Yeah. I can't blame you. I have to say that so far I think Black Star might be my favorite. Just because it kind of...
He's you.
He's me. But he's like obnoxious me, but he's me.
If anime stuff was real, you'd be Black Star for sure. You'd be some take on the Black Star character.
Yeah.
Also, the last thing I wanted to say, I feel like this show, now it's from the female side of the bracket. I feel like this was a show, and I'm probably wrong and don't care, that was like made by women, but with the side intention of like, we should make some parts for the boys.
Yeah.
Because,
so?
Well, I guess the first thing I noticed is like, well, because voice actors aren't like, from what I understand, they're not, good ones aren't just available all over the place. You're not going to have like a one for every single character in your show. So you're going to reuse voices. Black Star's voice, I'm pretty sure, is a woman. At least in the English dub.
Okay, I did watch the dub. I was going to say, controversial topic. I watch in dub first. I don't want to spend that extra energy just trying to read the words.
Usually, no, I don't either.
Yeah,
I have to ease into sub. If I like the show so much that the dub isn't holding me over, like I need to go forward, like I do that, even if it's just one episode, then I'll start watching the sub.
See, now, if I'm ever watching a show, if I start it in dub, that is all I can watch it in. But I normally watch them in dub to allow me to watch a show without trying to just make sure I'm reading all the words.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with certain shows, if I watched it in sub or started in subbed, that is all I can watch it in. I cannot go to the dub now. For example, Demon Slayer. The dubbed for Demon Slayer is atrocious. They did my boy Inosuke really wrong. They all right, listen, in the subbed, not Tanjiro, Inosuke, the boarhead dude, his voice is raspy, which makes sense because he was like born and raised in the woods around animals. It should be raspy. In the dubbed, he sounds like a little kid, and it just
sounds
doesn't
like a little
right.
kid trying to sound big.
Yeah, it just doesn't sound right. And I accidentally bought.
Cause you guys are a bunch of weaklings.
Yeah, I accidentally.
He sounds like Muscle Man. He sounds like Muscle Man.
I accidentally bought the Train movie. I bought it in dubbed. And so as I went to watch it, because I've already seen it, but I was on a plane ride and I downloaded it and I was going to watch it with my buddy on the plane. And it was dubbed and I'm like, ugh, no, why? And it's ruined my flight. Not actually, but...
See, I think I have the best approach because I never have a show ruined that way. Because I'll start a show, 9 times out of 10, I'll start it in dubbed. And then if it gets to the point where it's like I have all the dubbed episodes and then like there's one subbed episode that's ahead, then that's when I switch to that schedule where I'm like, okay, now I'm just on the subbed episodes.
See, I don't know. Because if I'm watching most of it one way, I'm now used to them sounding like this. So to them sounding a different way, it doesn't necessarily ruin it for me because, like, for solo leveling per se, when that came out, because I was so excited to watch it, I watched the whole thing in subbed. Then I went back and watched the whole thing in dubbed again. For the first season. Second season I just watched in dubbed. But I mean, I was so hyped to watch it, and I've seen clips of both the subbed and dubbed. I watched the trailer for it in dubbed, and I knew I was gonna like the dubbed voice actor.
Okay.
And he is goated. Yeah. He's a good.
There are some
actor.
Absolutely beast dub actors out there. I think the in my opinion, the most vindicated dub voice actor is Yuri Lowenthal. You know who Yuri Lowenthal is?
You know I'm not good with names. Just
Yuri
who do they play as?
Lowenthal is the voice of my personal favorite PlayStation, like PS4, PS5 Spider-Man.
Oh, really? Okay.
Peter Parker, yeah. Ben 10.
What? Like original Ben 10?
Yeah.
No way.
Wait, no, not original Ben 10. Like when he's like 19.
Oh, 19. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. I remember that.
Who else? Sasuke Uchiha.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck. Hey, look, there's a computer right here. Did you see this?
No way. It's like we have the internet at the touch of our hands. Let's see here. But even the new Ben 10? What? Big Hero 6?
Big Hero. I don't know who he is. I've never seen Big Hero 6.
What?
What the hell is Swan Princess? Arcane. That's a game, isn't it?
No,
it's a Netflix show.
Oh, okay. All right. And in the multiverse Spider-Man. Okay.
Yeah. Because it's just showing the shows. I want to see the actual.
We didn't start the fire. Yeah, Spider-Man, Ben 10 Omniverse,
He-Man, Masters of the Universe,
Orbital Redux.
Ben 10 inside. How do they not have his Naruto? Oh yeah, and he's Spider-Man in Rivals too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Call of Duty, Batman,
Bleach, 1,000 Year Blood War.
What?
Black Ops 6.
Final Fantasy. Okay.
Not my kind of game, but
I know people who are really into it.
Yeah, everybody.
Helldivers.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, he's one of the voices in Helldivers. You can pick his voice.
That's why.
How did I forget that? Spider-Man 2,
Diablo
Mortal Kombat
4?
1.
No way.
I'm assuming he's a. Oh yeah, because they do have like the PlayStation Spider-Man in Across the Spider-Verse. He's Michelangelo in TMNT.
What?
That's crazy. I guess he's just a bunch of background voices in Jedi Survivor.
Yeah, apparently.
That's cool.
Star Wars, the Bad
Record
Batch.
of Ragnarok.
Cobra Kai.
Where is that? Oh. Dojo's Rising video game.
He's in a lot of stuff.
He's in the Bad Batch from Star Wars. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Yuri
Mortal
Lowenthal
Kombat.
Mortal Kombat, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2.
I played that one.
That's sick. Dude, yeah, this dude's rap sheet is amazing. Destroy all humans.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen that in a long time. Alice's Wonderland Bakery? What?
What the fuck? Boruto. Oh, yeah, Sasuke. Duh.
Yeah. In the Ben 10. Call of the Sea, okay. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
World of Warcraft.
Really?
Yeah. Shadowlands.
Damn.
I feel like somebody. Not somebody.
Prince of Persia? No
Where do you
way.
see? Oh, yeah.
Have you ever played that?
No.
Bro, it's goated. That was an
Last of
Xbox
Us.
game that I played.
He's the voice in The Last of Us. Dude, Saints. Oh, I kind of want to find where he's. Matt Miller. He's Matt Miller, the fucking Deckers leader. That's crazy. It's Saints Row 3. Oh yeah, I could. You get a pass from Saints Row 3. You're a little young.
I'm a little. Come on, man. Not that bad.
Okay, enough about Yuri Lowenthal. Damn, he was in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. Okay, with Code Geass.
What?
I can't leave this. What the hell? There's a Spy Kids TV show?
What? I only remember the movies.
We Bear Bear. So I was just watching that with my little brother yesterday.
Who does he play?
Bird X? Joshy?
I don't know who that is.
I don't know. Because, yeah, it says Bird X. So, okay, for like the Spider-Man one, where it says Peter Parker, that's where it says Bird X. And where it says Spider-Man voice, it says Joshy. I don't know. Additional voices. Whatever the hell. Like, I want to leave, but it's like, this man's... It just goes on and on.
Yeah, he does. He's done a lot.
Some great, classic, iconic stuff.
Smurfs. Lost Village? Damn. Horizon Zero Dawn? Okay.
There's Naruto. Like Naruto.
Oh, there's Shippuden. Yep.
Skylanders.
No way. Do you know Kronk from
Yeah.
Emperor's New Groove? He's in Skylanders. I played Skylanders for the first time. Like, one of the days I was with my buddies playing pool.
Well, it's Cusco's. It's Cusco's poison.
The poison for Cusco. Squeaker. Squeaker.
Squeaker.
It's so good.
The other level.
But like, yeah, his role in that one is like he's a hot balloon, like, pilot, and every time you leave like your main area, he hits this like at least 2 times. He hits this pillar. It goes. It actually takes a lot of skill to hit this pillar. and then as he hits it again the next time you leave. He goes 10 points. Hit the pillar again.
Yeah.
So, like, and he's like all full of himself and saying like, oh yeah, like this chick that's also in it is like, oh yeah, she's so into me, and she's like clearly not, and he's like constantly hitting on her. It's hilarious.
All right, so that's enough Yuri Lowenthal glazing. That was nice. I might have to cut that out and make it its own separate section, but I think its own little video. Back to the bracket. So that's Soul Eater. Well, I don't know much about it other than the first 2 episodes.
If it was the original bracket for Soul Eater versus Blood Sea, I'd say that Soul Eater would win.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And I'm a goofier guy. I feel like I probably would have won the same way too.
I think so as well. Because Blood Sea is a little bit more serious, action horror. It's got its little like, not necessarily funny moments, but cutesy moments, I guess. Whereas Soul Eater is just, it's got its funny moments. It's
mostly riding on comedy and
yeah.
energy. Mm-hmm. Not so much like fights, but energy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say that one would probably win that one.
But Blood Sea was replaced by Black Lagoon, because I could find that on Hulu or whatever I found it on.
Yeah, see, I've never watched that one. I don't even know what it's about, but
when I was looking for replacements or substitutes or whatever, when I was looking at like just the covers of other female-led animes, as soon as I saw that nurse in the corner, I was like, oh no, this is that one.
Here, let me look it up.
It's that one. That woman is a savage.
What is it called?
Black Lagoon.
All right, I'm looking this up real quick.
She's not in the cover that I picked for the bracket, but yeah, black dude, blonde dude, brunette with the
this chick?
Tiniest shorts. Not that chick.
Oh no, not her. Those are some tiny shorts.
Find a cover with the housemaid on it. That is the right show though.
Cover with the housemaid on
I can't remember her name, but I've seen clips of her on YouTube. My boy.
This isn't the housemaid? Who is this?
No.
Okay, well, I'll get there. Hold on. Oh. Chick on your left?
The left, yes. She is like... How do I explain this? Have you seen the end of Naruto Shippuden?
No, I've only watched bits and pieces of Naruto. I gotta lock in on that one.
Yeah, that's her. She is like... she's like Wolverine without the healing ability. And obviously without the metal skeleton.
Right, yeah,
and
metal
shit.
skeleton. Okay.
But like, it just will not die and will kill you.
Damn.
You know, it's
Okay.
just unstoppable. Cannot wait to get into that. Yeah, my lazy ass was supposed to watch that before today, but I didn't get it done. So
I'll have to put in some time to get that too, because it
looks
seems
good.
like it'd be interesting.
So moving on to the male side. What went did we talk about? Did I talk about that with Joe? Yeah. So yeah, I watched Rising of the Shield Hero and Sword Art Online, which, as far as this bracket's concerned, I think is the best matchup because, I mean, just it's in the name, you know, Sword Hero, Sword Art, you know, Shield Hero, Sword Art, whatever. I'm getting tired.
Both goated, both goated shows, in my opinion.
I had heard a lot of great things about Sword Art. Oh, you never watched Sword Art?
I've also heard controversial stuff about it, that it's not great.
Sword Art?
Yeah, I've heard, especially from my brother, that he's like, yeah, it's actually more like, if you think about it, it's really just kind of like a mid-anime. I'm like, I don't want to hear what you're saying right now.
Okay.
Because I can understand where he's coming from, but at the same time, like I said, it was one of my first animes. It's got a special place in my heart. And I go back and I rewatch it, and like I'm like, dang, this was really that short. This season was really that short. This stuff happened so quick. And I didn't realize it.
In just listening to generic anime conversation, I picked up that Sword Art is like pretty popular.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess my introduction, not really introduction to it, was I took a recommendation to watch Log Horizon.
I started that one, and I stopped it randomly, but it was good from what I watched.
I think I made it like 5 or 6 episodes.
I think I might have made the same amount of episodes in.
Yeah, I don't know what about it.
It wasn't that it was bad.
Yeah.
I just dropped it for some reason.
It just couldn't hold up.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. But like, basically I was told Log Horizon and Sword Art Online are essentially the same show. And me being the little contrarian that I am, I went with the one that was less popular, which would be Log Horizon, at least to my current understanding.
Mm-hmm. Well, in that one you can die.
Wait, what?
And respawn.
In Log?
Yep.
Okay.
Where in Sword Art you can't.
That. Yeah. The concept of Sword Art Online is kind of interesting. It's like...
I do it.
Not even the choice of it. It's... There would be so many. I just. It's hard for me to believe one guy could get away with something like that. It's just not possible. So many things would and could and will go wrong.
Oh yeah.
Like aside from, I guess people dying was his design, but like, there's just no way this would work. Somebody would figure out how to safely remove these people probably within a week.
Oh, probably.
There's no way he's the only person that's smart enough to do... You know what I mean? Somebody else could figure out how to undo that shit.
But I think what they were scared of is messing with anything too much and that person just dying. But at some point, they'd have to start making sacrifices. And unfortunately enough, we are like that. As a people, we'll sacrifice a little to save the many.
Yeah.
Which, it makes sense. But sometimes it sucks when you have to make that decision.
And it wouldn't even be so much led by, we need to save these people. It would be kind of led by the idea of like, we need to stop this guy. No one should be able to do this at all.
Yep.
So yeah.
On a different note, fuck that princess in Rising of the Shield Hero. Nah.
The princess.
You know the one that framed him.
Was she a princess? I thought she was just like
she's
a
a
warrior.
king's daughter.
She is?
Yes, she is.
I wasn't paying enough attention.
She is a king's daughter, and she framed him for like
Okay,
sexually
wait,
assaulting.
real quick. I just make sure that the audience gets a nice little description of sword art because that's what we started talking about. Sword art is a honestly at this point it is a very overdone kind of trope in anime where character gets transported or otherwise trapped in a RPG type world. Yeah, go ahead. And yeah, it's everything you'd expect. And if you know anything about a World of Warcraft type game, it's exactly what you think it is. It's I have a health bar. Oh, I have party members. These weapons I can equip elements or whatever, all that type of shit. But
I can access my inventory.
yeah, but I can tell Sword Art Online, at least societally speaking, it seems to be like the daddy of all this. Maybe it wasn't the first, but it's like the how should I put it? It's like Demon Slayer. It's like there's plenty of humans versus demons animes, but this is like the most recent,
most popular.
This is the most recent one that has cut out most of the mistakes of the past shows.
Yeah.
It's like the new fat trimmed version.
I can see that. Yeah.
Sword Art Online, I think, is probably that. It's like the best, cleanest version of like that type of show you could get. Moving on from that, Rising of the Shield Hero is very similar. Where the main character, but the main character, along with 3 other people, are like the foretold cardinal weaponized heroes of specific weapons. Like obviously, the main character is the shield hero. There's also a sword hero, a spear hero, and a bow hero. First thing I wanted to say is if I wasn't the bow hero, I would probably end up as the spear hero, and I feel like the spear hero should be the trident hero, in my opinion.
That's actually pretty cool, yeah.
That just seems like a better weapon than a spear, in my opinion. It's like a king's spear.
I think I would probably be either the sword or the shield, just from preference.
The thing that sucks about the shield, and growing up as a Marvel boy, is you can't. It doesn't seem like he can throw it. It's just fixed to his arm eternally. That's what sucks the most, I think. Everyone else can like put their item down. This is just always on his arm.
I think you'll have some very interesting things come up as you watch it.
Okay, so you've seen more of it, right?
Yes, I have.
Okay, and you're
it gets really interesting.
Good job of not spoiling it. Thank you. But yeah, what I'm enjoying about it is it takes a good spin on the anime protagonist, in that it is going in the clear opposite direction of the type of protagonist I hate. Which I like the show, but like I hate Midoriya. Or like who's the main guy from Demon Slayer?
Oh, Tanjiro.
Like the good boys who just want to try hard. Like I don't like that type of character.
No?
I like Vegeta. I like Eren Yeager. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like
okay, yeah. All
someone who's just like, I don't give a fuck. I still go ham. You know what I'm saying? It's like, y'all not gonna tell me I'm a hoe. Like,
I think you might like solo leveling in that instance.
Okay.
Because it gets to a point where he gets strong enough, and that he's more like, and to a point where he's like, all right, you guys do your thing. I now have what I want, and I'll chill back for a hot second. But then he starts like really wanting to get stronger and stronger, and he's always been weak.
I like it when the character isn't like a positive attitude, and like they don't care how much of the world is against them.
Oh my gosh, there's a scene, and I don't want to spoil too much, but he goes very monotone. There goes one of my other emotions. Like
you're talking about in Shield Hero.
Solo leveling.
Okay.
Another one of my emotions has died. Anger is not even worth these filth. You know, it's so good. I think if you gave that a try, you might like it. Otherwise, I mean, you might as not. But
I'll
again,
fit it into another bracket.
For my pleasure, not for yours, but for mine, I need you to watch it.
Well, I think I do enough for your pleasure. My mouth is very tired.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you don't do enough.
Shit, where are we at? So yeah, Sword Art Online, or not Sword Art Online, Rising of the Shield Hero. What I like is, yeah, it takes a very different take on it's grittier. Mm-hmm. It's like not just grittier, but like in a way kind of intellectually provocative. In that, like, well, I like that. All right, once like you realize nobody fucked with him, first thing he did was buy a slave, which is like, it's not the worst thing you could do, but it's like, oh wow, this is our protagonist, episode 2. Okay, like, all right, we're moving along quite quickly here. But yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. They haven't done much other than like that. Yeah. And of those 2 shows between Sword Art and Shield Hero, I'm going with Shield Hero, if you couldn't tell. So that means
was a really good one. It's a good choice.
That means Shield Hero in the coming weeks here will be going up against Bleach, because that was the first winner of the male side last week. So yeah. And the next week I'll be facing Yu Yu Hakusho versus Cowboy Bebop. What are your thoughts on that?
I've heard of both, have not watched either, but I've heard more about Cowboy Bebop, and it also has a live action adaptation, so it's liked amongst a decent amount of people. Mm-hmm. So it's probably got the more favor in just from what I hear. So
more mainstream appeal.
Or mainstream, yeah. But I think it has a lot of silly aspects of it.
The one thing I know for sure about Cowboy Bebop is my friend who watched the show told me that the intro of Archer is very similar to the intro to Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, really?
Like they, and I watched it, and like, yeah, they obviously bit it, but like, it's cool though. Mm-hmm. The music is similar, and it's like a mix between Cowboy Bebop and James Bond visuals, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But so yep, Yu Yu and Cowboy Bebop Hakusho, that's happening next episode of this show, and by then I will have a winner between Black Lagoon and Soul Eater. But then in the meantime, for the next face off, I will have watched 2 episodes of Sailor Moon and 2 episodes of Ikki Tausen. That I am excited for. Sailor Moon, that's just like vintage, that's iconic. I watched that a little when I was like 6 or 7 maybe, but like it was just out of my contextual reach of like, I don't really understand what's going on here, but it looks like a fight's happening. Like, right. That was all I could really gather from that show. Pretty girls, you know. But Ikki Tausen looks straight etchy.
Yeah, yeah, a little bit.
I mean, the cover is just bussing. Mm-hmm. That's, yeah.
You want another one that's like, it's not quite etchy, but it has like a little bit of like, not a little bit of fan service to it, but also is more focused on like martial arts. Is I believe it's called Kenichi, History's Mightiest Disciple.
Never heard of it.
That one's really cool. It might be something like to look in, just kind of take a glance at, kind of look at what it's like. But
does the show look busty?
There's only one chick in particular in it, but damn.
That's definitely going to be the next tournament. It's going to be shorter. It's just going to be busty shows.
Let me see if I can find it. Historic Mightiest Disciple. Oh, yeah, there it is.
But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the bracket talk for now, y'all. So Oh yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
Volume.
Yeah, like.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Yeah, and it's really interesting, and she knows how to fight too. Like she knows how to fight. Yeah, I mean, look at that, man. Like it's like older.
See, why can't we have busty women in media? I think a fair compromise is shirtless, bulgy guys. That's fine. No one said we couldn't have that.
Yeah, that's one of the chicks in it too. All right, there is another chick. I completely forgot about it.
Goodness, like the cut of her shorts is almost in the pocket. It's almost cut out the bottom of the pocket.
Yeah, but see, like she has one leg that's completely still has the leg, and then one is cut to short. And that's hot as fuck.
It is. It is. It's goofy as like if you saw that in real life, that would look goofy.
Oh
as
yeah.
hell.
But like in anime,
the idea of it, yeah. But I mean, I think we're more or less done. We've probably got places to go. It's Easter.
Easter Sunday plans come up. Yeah.
Fucking plans, kissing mans and popping zans.
And eating that hams. You know? Yes, sir.
Stretching the hams.
Oh, I really need to do that. I need to stretch more often.
That'll be another. We'll have you back to talk about fitness stuff. That sounds like a good one.
I like talking about fitness.
Somebody will get a
fitness,
kick out of that. Oh yeah, I like my big bad wolf joke. I'm the big bad wolf in the gym. I huff and puff and blow my back out.
Yeah, that's heat. I'm not gonna lie. That's good.
But all right, that'll be it, folks. It has been an episode of Kris Hates Everybody. You are officially not a person I hate for having listened to this. All right, I'm Kris.
I'm William.
And we are out of here.
Peace out.
Bye.